Oklahoma introduced a bill to ban gender-affirming care until 26. Just more proof they don't care about the children at all and just want to legislate us out of existence. I mean, I stand corrected in terms of like, it may not be the same national issue that it was, but it clearly in these red states, it is still an electoral, I guess, bonanza for some of these lawmakers. We have Oklahoma. We've got this came up yesterday, I guess. Erin Reed, is she a...
she's a trans writer, activist and writer.
Okay, and she's popped up. Montana's filed SB 99 and sent its first anti-trans bill to committee. This bill would medically detransition all transgender youth in the state and represents, obviously, a threat to trans youth. I mean, this is like, I want to say I can't imagine that this is going to pass, but I mean, it's just insane.
And it says here in the abstract of the text, it says providing that a healthcare professional who violates this law commits professional misconduct. So clearly opening the door, like in other states that have passed stuff like this, to penalize and criminalize medical professionals who assist in gender affirming care in the state. So, I mean, to be clear, I don't think you're going to see the Republicans run on this as much, but in red states, I should say as a national issue, but in red states, all of this work that they have, this groundwork they have laid in terms of like creating transphobia is showing up in the form of this type of really insane legislation. The idea that you would go in and try and just detransition children to the extent that, like, I don't even know what that means. Medically detransition all the transgender youth in the state. Like, what does that mean? Like, how, like, you're talking, I guess, primarily like 16, 17-year-olds who maybe have had a medical...
Puberty blockers, say, like...
Oh, does that mean puberty blockers too?
Yeah, it'd be curious to see more details on that.
I mean, it's certainly monstrous, and I'm sure, the vague language around the medical aspect of it is because this is primarily politically and most likely religiously motivated. So it's a lot of people who don't have same with abortion laws, a lot of people who don't have a very, nuanced understanding of like what everything is considered to be an abortion, or what, rather what falls under the category of abortion, just making blanket statements that they haven't really thought through. And, I think while you won't see, this degree of monstrous law in every state, I think every Republican, running is going to gesture towards this as a wedge issue within whatever district they're running in to some degree. And it's important to, make sure that everyone understands that they're all within the same spectrum of, belief system that is going to lead to or at least they're trying to lead to the eradication of LGBTQ people and not just trans people, because we know that it doesn't. This is going to be a wedge issue to allow even worse economic in a bucket of worse policies not related to LGBTQ issues to enter into public sphere, because the people who believe don't just believe this, they believe a whole host of negative things. But also, it's not just going to stop with trans youth. It's going to soon be going into other what people thought were settled categories, like gay youth, bisexual youth, like anything that people believe has been closed for the past 10 or so years is going to be rehashed as it becomes clear that these policies are, at least able to be forced through in certain jurisdictions. Like, these are just the litmus test, the testing areas for a lot of these laws to see what they can get away with in some jurisdictions. And they'll be trying to pass these laws piecemeal all over the country.